There are some people who don't just walk into a room, they arrive. And when Bharat Sundaresan arrives, he brings color with him, sometimes literally. Bright shirts, bold patterns, a dash of mischief in the eyes, a presence as vibrant as the stories he tells. But every story has a beginning, and Bharat's begins in India, a land where cricket is not just a sport, but a shared language, a heartbeat, a way of life. Long before Australia knew his voice, before press boxes and boundary ropes, there was a young boy in India falling in love with the sound of leather on willow, with the theatre of the game, with the magic that could make millions feel as one. Yet life, like cricket, is rarely played on a single pitch. So he crossed oceans, from India to Australia, not just a change of country, but a new sky, a new rhythm, a new home in the making. Migration is never simple. It asks you to hold two worlds at once, to miss what you left while learning to love what you found. And Bharat did both. He carried India with him, in his voice, his humor, his sensibility, in the deep cricketing soul that shaped him. But he also embraced Australia, its people, its quirks, its wide open spirit, and somewhere between Adelaide mornings and Melbourne nights, between test matches and road trips, he became something rare, not from one place, but enriched by many. Of course, cricket remained the compass. From press boxes to player interviews, from long days under the sun to longer nights on deadline, Bharat became one of the game's great storytellers, capturing not just scores, but souls. Yet, there was another love story unfolding, because in Australia, sport doesn't end with cricket. And Bharat, curious, generous, endlessly enthusiastic, found himself drawn into another national passion, Australian Football League, AFL. Different field, different ball, different chaos entirely, but the same theatre, the same tribal devotion and commitment from fans, the same power to unite strangers in colour and in tribe. And so, the boy who grew up on Indian cricket became the man who could speak joyfully about footy tactics, club culture, and even grand finals. It wasn't a replacement, it was an expansion. India never left him. Australia never excluded him, apart from a few security guards. He simply made room for both. That is Bharat, a bridge between nations, a migrant story in laughter, a journalist who writes with empathy because he has lived between worlds, a man whose wardrobe refuses to be monochrome because his life has never been. In press boxes, behind a drum set, in a mosh pit, in commentary boxes, in stadium stands, he reminds us that sport is bigger than boundaries, that belonging can stretch across oceans, that identity can be layered, joyful, unapologetic, and lived out loud. India in the heart, Australia in the stride, cricket in the soul, footy in the grin, and colour, always colour, everywhere he goes. That is Bharat Sundaresan. Look out for him, but then again, how can you miss him?